Greetings, beautiful earthlings. If you are new here, my name is Star, and I have a message for you from Mother Goddess Aset. So feel free to stay if you feel so inclined. It's been quite a while since I've done a reading on here, and Mother Goddess would not let me sleep until I did this reading today. She said that the collective has someone on their mind that they are very worried about the collective, which I am speaking to. Again, if this resonates, take what's yours. If it doesn't, leave it for the next person, okay? Don't force pieces to fit. Of course, I get one of the extra cards in the deck that I have no idea what means, but I'm gonna let her guide me. So for those of you guys who don't know, Mother Goddess Aset is the Egyptian goddess Isis. Isis is her Greek name. Her name is Aset. She is my patroness, and she is actually my divine mother. And I don't usually do readings with her very much, to be honest, but she said that right now the collective that I am connected to is worried about somebody close to them, somebody that they really love, whether that be a partner, a family member, a friend. And you're doing a lot of overthinking about what you can do to help this person, where you're starting to let this take up a lot of your mind space, and you're really starting to kind of second guess what you are allowed to do in the realm of your possibilities, right? Whereas if this was something that was happening to you, you wouldn't even think twice, right? You'd be affecting change. You would go to your spirits with it. You know, do whatever you had to do. But for whatever reason right now, when it's in regards to this person, you're a little lost. You're like, is it okay for me to try to do things? Am I allowed to do things? Like, am I allowed to affect change? Do I need their permission? Do I need their spirit team's permission? You're really on the fence about it. You're really confused about it. And the spirits are saying, like, it's nice that you're being so respectful, but also do what you're feeling called to do, right? Follow your intuition. So with the White Newman card here, this is talking about what this is saying to me, because I don't remember specifically what this card means. I know there's a White Newman and there's a Dark Newman. So what this is saying to me is follow your light, especially with there being a star right there on the cow, right? Follow your light, follow your North Star, follow your intuition, follow what it is you feel you are being called to do in terms of healing, because right now this situation is causing you to feel like you're not a healer. It's causing you to second guess yourself and your abilities and who you are and your path and all of this. And even though it might have just been like a small moment of time where you were second guessing yourself, where you were doubting yourself, the spirits heard that, because it was really, purple confirmation, it was really monumental, because you have been so steadfast thus far in your journey in recent times, right? Whether that be the past year or 6 months or whatever it is, whatever you feel like has been the most monumental time for you, you've been so confident and so steadfast in your beliefs, in your faith, in your spirits, in the work that you're doing, and in yourself. And all of a sudden, this person got you in your head, this person got you in your feels, and your spirit team is like, that's not right. You're usually dreaming big, right? You're following your dreams. You're usually in your head very creatively. You're usually really exploratory about your emotions. You're really open. Excuse me. You're usually really open to the things that your body is telling you, the things that your spirit is telling you, the things that your guides are telling you. You are very open. Especially with that being a cups card, a water card. I'm seeing, like, especially this one in particular, it's just vast openness. She's standing in like an ocean. There's no see around just ocean, clear skies. You are very open. You're very in touch with yourself, with your emotions, with your intuition. And this little hiccup of time that you're dealing with right now has got you thinking that maybe you should be refocusing, right? Maybe you should be following this person's guidance instead of your own internal guidance. This person, for whatever reason, has gotten you to shift the way that you're looking at yourself and the things that you're doing, whether that be through direct influence telling you should do XYZ, or whether that's through feeling guilty about something, right? Like starting to compare yourself to this person, or whether it's just that you guys are so tangled in each other's lives that you're wanting to help them in any way possible, even if that means to your detriment, right? So it's got you trying to do a lot of foundational planning, a lot of 3D planning, right? Trying to be outside of yourself when you personally are a very spiritual person. You are very in touch with your spirit realm, and that's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's not necessarily saying that you are trying to balance. It's saying that you're getting to be a little bit too much in your head. Oh, excuse me. And you're letting this influence of this person really, really drag you down. Not drag you down in a bad way, just drag you down, like emotionally, like bog you down, like it's really weighing on you really heavy. And you're just getting to this state of like paralysis where you're doing way too much thinking about it, way too much obsessing about it. You're not taking it to the spirits like you normally would. You might have even noticed your spirits have kind of gone silent on you, and you're like, what's going on? Am I in trouble? And it's not that you're in trouble. It's that, for one, you need rest, but also for two, your spirits see what you're going through, and they see that you're not reaching out to them for help, and they want to know what you're doing. They're watching you with curiosity. Why aren't you coming to me all of a sudden? You've been coming to me for everything. You've been doing so great integrating your spirit world and your physical world. You've been doing so great keeping everything together for yourself, for balancing your world. Why can you not do that all of a sudden? Hold on, card on the floor. Is this 4 of Cups? Yeah. You're allowing disappointment in yourself to grow. And it's not even technically your disappointment. That's the interesting part. This is something that you thought that you had outgrown, something that you thought you'd moved past already, was the disappointment or the judgment of others. And even though this person's never told you they're disappointed in you or that they expect better from you or something, it seems like the conversations that you're having with this person have led you to believe that they are disappointed in you in some sense, and it's really weighing on you really heavily, where this person's opinion of you really matters. This person is really big in your life, and their influence is really big. Their energy is really starting to take a big effect on you. So what I'm hearing from Mother Goddess is to pull back from this person's energy for a little bit. Not forever. I'm not saying cut cords or get rid of this person or anything super drastic or ridiculous. I'm hearing pull back from their energy a little bit, refocus, recenter, come back to self. You need to get back to what you were doing. Okay, if you were doing like regular meditations, you need to get back to that. If you were working on a project and you noticed you stopped all of a sudden because you're starting to get really stressed out or really anxious or really overwhelmed, that should be your sign that something is going on that is outside of yourself. So take the time to compartmentalize this and understand that this is not yours. This is not yours to carry. And you need to put it over here for a little while, get back to yourself, and then you'll be able to see it a little bit more clearly. Okay, so if you watched the last one, that one was a little bit more you focused than she intended it to come out, because it was supposed to be about somebody that you are concerned about, right? So now we're going to look into this person's energy. So not your energy, not how this is affecting you, not what you should be doing. Your advice, that was the last one. If you want to go check that out, go ahead. This one is going to be about your person. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force pieces to fit, okay? So right now in this person's energy, they are doing a lot of moving. They're trying to do a lot of moving. They're trying to get a lot of things going. They're trying to push things in a very unnatural way. And that could also be why you have been so concerned about them and the way that things are playing out for them. You might have noticed like they're having a lot of anxiety and a lot of mental anguish, and you've been trying to help them through their anxiety, and the things that you say just aren't quite sticking, or they kind of backfire and they kind of throw it back in your face later, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I really love this person. I really care about this person. I want to help this person, but I have no idea how. And every time you try to reach out, your spirits and their spirits are saying, leave it alone. It's not your problem to fix. And you're like, ugh, but I love them and I want to help them and I should be able to help them. And Mother Goddess is saying, both of you need to chill the fuck out. Because it is not your problem to fix. You have to understand that although you've been there where they're at right now, mentally, physically, you've seen what they're going through and you've seen the way through it, and you know there's a way through it. Excuse me. You know there's a way through it, right? And you know what the other side looks like. There's only so many ways to Sunday that you can actually explain that. Before it just kind of comes off as berating and belittling. So this is their lesson to learn. Whether that be taking the advice of loved ones or learning to manage their big emotions, their stress and their anxiety on their own, and find a creative outlet, right? As opposed to just trying to take all that firepower and force it where it doesn't go. This person needs a creative outlet. They might have had a creative outlet back in the day, and they're trying to do something new with old tools, if that makes sense. And this is a lesson you've already learned. So you're trying to teach them this, but it seems like the more you're trying to tell them, like, I know what you're going through, I can help you, it's getting lost in it's getting lost in translation. And it's just kind of causing a lot of confusion for them, and it's causing them to feel like really overwhelmed. Like, why are you talking down to me about how you know better about my situation, right? How you know better about what I should do. And of course, that's not your intention. It is coming out that way, and it is causing a lot of conflict, and it's causing a lot of internal conflict for both of you because confirmation, because you want the best for this person. They want the best for them, for you, for the relationship, right? You both do. And this thing is really a big thing in this relationship, right? Relationship, again, whoever this person is to you, this thing is really standing in the way of a lot right now, and it's really causing a lot of conflict between the two of you, not in a pissing each other off kind of way, just like, why can't we figure this out kind of way, where it's starting to cause a lot of tension and a lot of stress. And the thing is, this person needs to learn on their own, unfortunately, especially if they are not in contact with their spirits, right? They're definitely going to have to come to this one on their own by way of force. That you can't open new doors with old keys, right? You need to get a little creative with your creativity, with your creative endeavors, with the things that you're trying to do, because there's only so many times you can keep trying to do things the same way before you realize they don't work. And a lot of people would get deterred by that. This thing used to work for me. This thing used to always be my thing. It was my trusty thing, and right now it's not working. Why the fuck is it not working? This is my thing and it's not working for me. I don't understand. And it's because they're so stressed in the 3D that the stress is really like layering, right? It's like stress, creativity, and it's causing like so much friction of which way do I go, George? Which way do I go? Like they're being pulled because it's layering. I'm just seeing like this, like it's being pulled in both directions. Do I deal with the stress? Do I do something creatively? Do I deal with the stress? Do I do something creatively? But what they don't understand is that by doing something creatively, they are dealing with the stress. This person may not know how to meditate, or they might be afraid of meditation, or they might not even be willing to try meditation, right? But whatever this creative thing is that they do is a form of meditation for them. It is a way to clear their mind. It is a way to connect with themselves. But the thing is, again, old key, new door, they're trying to do things the way they used to do things. So they're taking this creative thing and trying to replicate how they were doing it in the past and wondering why it's not working in their current environment. And it's because the environment is shifting. Not only is the environment shifting, but the path is shifting. The energy has shifted multiple times under this person, and this person hasn't caught their balance yet. They're still a little shaky. They don't realize the ground has fallen out from under them. The ground's not the same anymore. Foundation has completely changed, and they still think they're walking on solid ground, and they are absolutely not. So every step they take is a shaky new step, and they don't understand why the path that they used to know by memory, they could walk that path with their eyes closed and dance circles around it. They can't do that anymore. I used to know this path like the back of my hand. Why can't I walk this path anymore? Sorry, card on the floor. Where'd it go? Oh, sorry, my baby belly in the way. Yeah. They're reaching their limit. 9 of Wands walks into the 10 of Wands, huh? They are reaching their limit. So it's gotta break. It's gotta break. It's gonna bend before it breaks. There's that white Newman card again, confirmation that we have come full circle in the message. So that means there will not be a part 3. Thank you, Mother Goddess, for this message. I'm truly grateful. But yeah, this person has to learn this lesson on their own, and it is also a lesson for you in relinquishing control of how much you can do for others. You have to understand that you are on a separate journey, and you got to take your journey the same way they got to take their journey, okay? You can walk the path with them, you can support them, you can be loving to them, you can be healing energy to them, but you can't change anything, you can't force anything, and neither can they, and you both got to learn that together. So